you doing this evening? We're just doing a quick tutorial on night driving anxiety. Just finished teaching adult how to drive at night. Literally, they were driving off the road to the right. My advice would be to look straight ahead as far as possible. You should be able to tell me what color the traffic light is. If you can, then you're looking far enough ahead. You don't see a lot of YouTube or social media instructors training that because it's very difficult. And to be honest, a lot of beginning drivers don't want to drive at night. And it's very scary. Sometimes in our schedules, we have to get you out at night. So I'm going to take you through some of the opportunities and challenges you're going to have. This light is probably a football field away, but some of you will stop right here, which is too far away. Some of you would do this. Or some of you will stop right in front of the car like this. Because you don't have the depth perception and light to help you, it's going to be difficult. It's called visual acuity. This is how well and clearly you can see something. I always ask my drivers if they wear glasses, are you nearsighted? If you're nearsighted, you can't see things far. If you're farsighted, you can't see things near. Driving at night could be literally very terrifying because in some older cars, you don't have really bright headlights. Like some drivers wouldn't see this yellow light. I'm gonna go ahead and get over, and then they would blow right through it. And if you did that, you would fail your driving test. And I think the best thing I can do to help all of you who care to listen, who want to learn how to drive, I'm going to take you through the journey. I'll explain some of the dangers, some of the challenges, some of the opportunities. That's what you'll have. Normally, I don't drive at night with my students, but we had to do a night drive tonight. It was satisfying, but it was also very scary for the driver as well as the teacher. You should see the American flag flying in the air. You should see the railroad gate up in the air. You should be able to see the color of the traffic light. If you do, type it in. Tell me the color of the light. A lot of beginners only look 5 to 10 feet in front of them, and that's the wrong approach. You want to look ahead as far as possible. Last summer, there was a motorcyclist killed here to the left. A young lady, no cap, was making a left turn. She hit the motorcyclist, and I don't know if the motorcyclist was past the stop line where this blue Jeep is, but she turned and hit him head on. He died to the left on the ground. I saw when they were trying to give him CPR, and then unfortunately he died. It was on Facebook, you know, because they talk about this and you learn where dangerous accidents happen. So Facebook can be a good source of getting you information about crashes and police situations. I'm normally not on Facebook. I just haven't developed a market there yet, but you never know. I'm behind the stop line because I want you to see I'm about a car length away. And in our state, our area, that's a double. That trailer is a double. Do they drive doubles where you're from? In Ohio, they drive triples. I'm going to take you through some typically dark roads, and I'm going to show you what beginning drivers do. A lot of beginners would be scared to pass this truck, so I'm going to hang around it. This is very dangerous. The longer I hang around this truck, the more likely he or she driving it could come into my lane. Now, in our state, there's no specific rule. You can pass on the left or the right, but we have an open lane, so we're not going to hang around the truck. We're going over a bridge. For some of you, you would drift to the left or right because you're not used to looking ahead. And because I drive adults and teens, I'm used to some of the mistakes. Okay, we're going to make a turn on this road, and I'm going to show you what usually happens to a beginner. Eventually, this will be in a retail space. The owner of this was very selfish, and he didn't want to sell it. He wanted millions and millions and millions of dollars. He only got like 10 million, but he died and his daughter took over. So I'm just telling you about this space, but this will be a huge retail space. It's really beautiful out here. We have hawks and eagles out here, deer. But this road is the typical road that would scare beginning drivers. It's curving. For a lot of you, you'll go off the road to the right, or you'll do this. You'll go really fast and you'll start doing this. See, I'm on the wrong side of the road. That's what you'll start doing. So you really have to aim high and look ahead. And this car has old headlights that are not really bright. So what I would do is get some Sylvania Silver Star. I'm not sponsored by them, but they make good 10%, 20% headlight bulbs that you can put in to give you that 20 to 30% more brightness without legally blinding someone. A lot of beginners will drift off the road to the right. Like now, you would be blinded. And you will be doing this. Where am I going? I'm kind of swerving to show you what you would do because you're driving with fear. You should be able to tell me what type of sign is coming up ahead of us if you're looking ahead. Driving at night is very peaceful, but it's also very fearful. I've been with a lot of adults and teens who literally drive off the road and they're scared, but you got to support them. I'm going to pause. I'm going to do a merge on the expressway to show you what you need. Like this light, you should be able to tell me the color. And then some beginning drivers would stop right here. This is way too far away because they're not used to depth perception and distance. So some of you would do this. Now I'm going to move up. I don't want to pass the line because there are cars coming. Yeah, they don't stop there. I know. That's what they do. That's what beginners do. Now, some of you would do this. You would drive off the road to the right because you're scared. This ramp, we should be about 55 or 60. I'm at a slow 40, so I'm going to show you what a beginner does. This is way too slow. This should be lane here is 75 miles an hour. We're at 40. This is what a beginning driver would do. And I'm saying to myself, as your instructor, please push the gas. And we're trying to merge out. And then some of you will wait till the last second to merge. And this is what happens. You go off the road just like this. Yep. And then you look at me like, I'm sorry. You gotta look ahead. Yeah, highways can be very scary for beginning drivers at night. I teach them. And a lot of you are very sympathetic and understand, and some of you don't understand. Let's talk about this. The chevron alignment signs are on the left. It's the sharp curve to the right. I've had students go off the road to the right because they're going too fast, or they're not looking ahead. And then I'm going to make a right turn. I'm going to take you through another area. Some students go into this turn at 50, too fast. We're at about 25. Some of you will go in the wrong lane because you're not looking ahead. It is about timing. But remember, beginning drivers don't have timing. You haven't learned it. You know, you might play, you know, San Andreas, you might play a driving game, a driving simulator, but we're driving a 5,000-pound vehicle that could kill us. I'm going to make a right turn on this street. I'm going to take you through a really dark area. You got to go in slow to your turn and real easy. This is like a rural area, and I take clients through here. A lot of beginners hug the right, and I'm hugging the right now. Sorry about the bumps. Our infrastructure here sucks. I had a client go through here and almost hit a kid. The kid was riding the bike, the client didn't look. I'm telling you these stories because they're real. You gotta look left and right. You gotta have eye movement. You should be able to tell me what these warning signs mean. You should be able to tell me what type of signs these are. There are raccoons here, there are deer here. You'll see a nice classic car once we turn around. I've had students literally go straight off the road. And then I take students in here to teach them to look to the left. And we do a certain, this is not for drifting, but I teach students to look where they're going. We're going to the left. You should be looking to the left. And then we turn out. A lot of students only look at their hands at the steering wheel. There's going to be a classic car to the right. I need you to tell me what type of car it is. I'll turn on the brakes. You might be able to see it. I'll go slow. I don't want to be stalking people. You should be able to tell me what type of classic car this is. Some of you will, because you love cars. Some of you can't. You should be able to see the traffic light ahead and tell me what color it is. If you can't, you're not looking ahead far enough. We're in North America, so we have to drive on the right, R-I-G-H-T, the right side of the road. Earlier today, I was talking to a gentleman from the UK. Around 3:45, it was like 9:45 p.m. there. Sorry about the bumps. Our infrastructure is terrible. You should be able to tell me the color of the light. You have to have a really good instructor to take you out at night. A lot of instructors won't do it. If I have a good car and good headlights, and I teach you in class and car, we going out. And most students, after about a half an hour, they feel comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna turn in the nearest lane. I'm looking. You should see the lane. The speed limit here is 55. I've seen people do 125. It's a long straightaway and a curve. Also seen people crash. You have to look ahead. When you see the traffic light, tell me the color. I see it as green. I wanted you guys to type it in. These are some of the routes I would take adults on and teens. We got to go slow on the turn. And I'll go right into first lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. You should hear some wind noise. It's very windy here. You should see a warning sign. Tell me what this warning sign means. Yes, thank you. It's correct. This sign, you should be able to tell me what this sign means to the right. I know there's a delay, but type it in. And there's another warning sign coming up. Tell me what that means. This road is very dangerous. Thank you. This road is very dangerous for beginning drivers because it's a very soft shoulder. Tell me what this warning sign means. It's coming up now. What does this mean? And if you stay on long enough, thank you. What does this regulatory sign mean? You'll see it to the left. What does this regulatory sign mean? If you watch this long enough, you're going to learn how to drive. You're going to learn signs, rules of the road, common dangers. This is like your virtual class, man. For real. It's real. What color's the traffic light? Type it in. A lot of beginners slow down at lights because they're scared the light is going to change. I had a young man almost get into an accident. He panicked and a car almost hit us. Thank you. There's a car passing me really fast on the left. You'll see it. You'll hear it too. They're hanging around in my blind spot. Some cars do that. You see them for a second and then they stay in your blind spot. That's why you gotta look around. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. What color is this light? I know there's a delay. What color is this light? Thank you. This is what you should do. You should be able to stop and see the rear of the tires on the ground. What type of truck is this? What brand name truck is this? You might be able to tell. Might be too much glare. What brand name truck is this? What manufacturer? Yes, true, true. We're by a dealership. not gonna apologize. We're in America. Not going to. Beautiful thing. I respect and love other countries too. Flags are at car dealerships, schools, nuclear power plants, just to name a few. Tell me what warning sign is coming up to the right. What warning sign? What color is the light? Train. Yes, amen. See, this is your class, man. You learning right now. What color's the next traffic light? Yes. What color's the next traffic light that I'm coming up to? You want to go into this turn slow. Amen. Thank you. Turn in the nearest lane. That's what you have to do. Keep your turn as short as possible. What is this warning sign? I'm making you work. This warning sign, tell me what it means. Sorry about the wind noise. It's still very windy here. Probably a 25 to 35 mile an hour wind, which will push the car left or right. It was the school zone. Fines are doubled if you speed through school zones. What color is this traffic light? Type it in. What color is this traffic light? Thank you. Now, I have to stop before I make a right turn in red. A lot of you will not stop, and then we fail the road test or we get hit. You have to stop. Come to a complete stop. You don't have to turn right on red, but you have to look. There are cars coming to my left. It looks all smeared because that's how it looks at night. Oh, there are the police there. Love it. We don't fear the police, though. Stop and roll up. Right. You got that. What color is this traffic light? Tell me. What color is this light? I'm making all of you work. What color is the traffic light? Amen. And I'm scanning the intersection. This is probably a stale green light. I'm at the point of no return. What warning sign are we coming to now? What warning sign are we coming to now? Train, yes, railroad crossing. Thank you. Amen. You're on point. What color is this traffic light? Amen. And we want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. We don't want to get any closer. In case we get rear-ended, we'll be pushed. That happened to my nephew. He got rear-ended and got pushed into a car. It was really dangerous. Or if there's a violent situation. I'm from the city. We don't tailgate people. We keep space in case we have to jump up on a curb or something, man. I told you a person was killed here last summer. A young lady, no cap, made a left turn, hit the motorcyclist head on. He died here. Did not have a helmet on. They gave him CPR, but he didn't make it. They gave me a good blinker, so I should have enough time to slow down. How many times was this blinker on? This car ahead of us. How many times was the blinker on? Give me an estimation. And speaking of cars, that's the type of car my nephew had. But he got rear-ended. Blinker was probably on 3 to 5 times. What type of regulatory sign is this? Coming up, what type of regulatory sign is this? Regulatory sign. What type of regulatory sign is this? You should be typing your answer in. Stop. Yes. Complete stop. 3 seconds. No rolling stops. You get a moving violation. It's called a civil infraction. And once you get one of those, they'll still in your license at least 4 years, and then you'll have higher insurance rates. I'm trying to help you. I need all of you to type in one thing you learned. Type in one thing you learned today. What did you learn? One thing you learned. All of you need to type in one thing you learned. Or better yet, all of you type in one thing you learned, leave some comments. Watch all these training videos. I got some good ones coming. Watch my videos. Type in what you learned. Let's see. Being quicker at seeing signs. Amen. I love that. Being quicker at seeing signs. What else did you learn? Someone put out something different. You got to be quicker at seeing signs. Processing information. I need one other person to type in what they learned. Okay, this is your virtual class with your uncle. So you got to learn. You got to tell me something you learned. I used to drive 9 p.m. to midnight. A lot of parents are like, I don't care, you drive them home. I'm not chasing money anymore. I need one other person to type in one thing they learned. I'm going to keep driving around till you type in one thing you learned. Someone else type in one thing they learned tonight. Someone else type in one thing you learned tonight. You watch this. We've been on for about 32 minutes. One thing you learned tonight. Type it in. I got to keep moving now. I don't want to drive creeper speed. I need all of you to watch these videos. Leave some comments. I'll be going live tomorrow. Probably about 6:30 in the morning, 6:45. Look at all my videos. Leave comments.